For those of you waiting for the Sun and Moon Let's Play, I will continue it when I can. And you know what? To make it all up to you, I will do a face reveal video at some milestone, because no one can find my Twitter or Instagram. But for now, I just need to take some time off that project and grow as a person or plant. So look forward to that and subscribe to see when I drop those videos. So let's get on with it. There have been many times in the Pokémon anime when Ash has died, or nearly died. I mean, I just skipped to a random part in a movie and saw him almost fall off a cliff. That's someone who'd be long gone if it weren't for the magical powers of Pokémon and tears to revive him. But because of those tears and magical powers, we can see that Ash has died more than once. And here we are to count them down. So I welcome you all to the top 5 times Ash has died in Pokémon. That was way too cheerful for what I just said. Number 5. This is more than likely the second most well-known death of Ash, and probably the most random since it happened unexpectedly in the middle of the first season. Ash and Pikachu traverse into a spooky haunted house to capture a ghost type in the hopes of defeating Sabrina. I'm sure this house is a reasonably safe place, but after they get there and meet a group of ghosts, Ash and Pikachu end up calling them weird and unfunny, because that's what you do with dead spirits. That makes the 3 ghosts sad and run away by sinking into the floor with their heads held low. Somehow this gives Ash the bright idea to chase after them by taking a nosedive into the floor, which shakes the entire house, including a chandelier that just so happens to be above the place where Ash and Pikachu ran to. That then makes the chandelier drop right on top of the 2 of them, electrocuting them to death. Like, I know this is supposed to be a cute episode thanks to the personalities of the 3 ghosts, but Ash and Pikachu died. Pretty morbidly, too. Oh, and by the way, Haunter is messed up. After Gengar checks to confirm if Ash and Pikachu are really dead, which they are, Haunter laughs. He finds this hilarious. That's like an episode of Fresh Prince to him. That's messed up. The ghosts then remove their souls so they can play. Eventually, after scaring Misty and dropping her from the sky hoping Brock catches her, great prank by the way, Ash, the trio of ghosts put their souls back into their bodies, somehow reviving their electrocuted selves. I never realized that Ash and Pikachu actually died in this episode when I was a kid, but now I do, and wow. I still want Haunter on his team though. That's someone who's gonna win you some battles. Number 4. Alright, so the next few numbers might spoil some of the Pokemon movies, so I'm just putting a warning here. This section is on the movie Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of the Sea, so if you haven't seen it yet, skip ahead. But if you have or don't care, it's about to get flooded. Yo, this kid just casually drowned before the end of his own movie. Alright, so in the Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of the Sea movie, Ash needs to put a crystal in this kind of rock beacon thingy that's underwater because the temple they're in is flooding. So he locks up May, Pikachu, and Manaphy in a rocket pod so they can breathe underwater during this flood. Then he swims down like he's Seaman, except he can't breathe underwater, and almost drowns while he tries to get this crystal in the rock, which he ends up dropping, making him go back into the water to get it again. The big part here is during his 3rd attempt of deep sea diving, he drowns, only to be saved by Manaphy's powers. There, that's pretty much the entire movie. Now, you can say that what saved Ash was determination, and you can say it was the ability Heart Swap to give him May's message as motivation to continue on, but he definitely died there and was then revived. That was a real Heart Swap in there, switching Ash's out with one that was actually working because he just drowned. Also, probably slipping a tiny recover in there cause he dead. Jeez, that was a sad moment. But this guy has some sick swimming skills, and some really large lungs. Number 3. The Pokemon Black and White movies also had their fair share of Ash pretty much dying and being revived like the typical Thursday evening it is for him. You know how there are people who say they're just such a klutz? They aren't, cause the real klutzes are dead. Ash gets encased in this tomb of pillars that collide together into an airtight freeze chamber. Ash comes to terms with the fact that he's going to die for the 32nd time as he tells Victini that he can't keep his promise of taking him to the ocean. But he sure as heck can take him to the waterfall because the tears are about to be streaming. This place is so cold that the tear running down Ash's face instantly freezes before it even hits the ground and then shatters. That's not possible to live in. That's at least a good 8 seconds of being dead. Luckily, Victini warms him up, but Really, he just cheats and secretly heals him like Manaphy, using aromatherapy to get rid of that freeze. Number 2. This is one I'm sure that we all know since the first Pokemon movie is quite popular, and has its own sad moments. The most popular one being when Ash runs into the beams of light and turns to stone from the powers of Mew and Mewtwo fighting. Making everyone sad as Pikachu tries to electrically revive Ash's cold stone body. It made everyone cry. Pikachu, Misty, Brock, all the Pokemon, even the clones, 6-year-old me, 22-year-old me, this insurance salesman, all of us were just very, very sad. Thankfully, those tears didn't go to waste since they all combined and save Ash. His death is so inspirational that Mewtwo has a psychological discovery and decides to no longer terrorize humanity. Number 1. In the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime, when I saw the art for Ash and saw that his personality reset from the person he grew into during Pokemon XYZ, he died to me. Ash was later revived in my eyes when he decided to catch a Rowlet. Okay, just kidding, this isn't actually number 1. Number 1. Ash may be a character that is constantly being revived by mystical Pokemon, but in the movie Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, well, let's just say it gets messy. Firstly, everyone dies. Just everyone. Did you see a character you liked? Probably dead. The characters all go into the Tree of Beginning. More like ending, because by the way, they all die. There's actually so many people that get sucked into Ash's daily routine, and it's messed up. Just look at it as the blob disintegrates Brock and Max, while Brock's small Pokemon and May watch. And then May is there, mourning their deaths, and then it jumps on her too. Let's see a replay. Alright, look at her. Her close friends and brothers are getting eaten. Oh, I'm having a sad day. This is bad. Time to mourn. Got him right there. Now she's dying too. Look at that timing from the blob. Absolutely immaculate. And during this section, Ash defies gravity by running in a vertical line down this route. And don't tell me that was the wind. Look at this. He's quick time event Spider-Manning his way down this crystal route hoping that the wind keeps up. That's ridiculous. But then during this section, when the red blobs finally catch up to Ash, after they already blob down every other character in this movie, it consumes him as he yells out that he'll miss Pikachu and tells him that he loves him. That's the line from a man who's preparing for death. And if it wasn't for Mew getting annoyed at Pikachu crying, great moral support by the way, and then reviving Ash, this movie would have ended very differently, and probably right there actually. Just like this video. Thanks for watching everyone, hope you enjoyed this topic. I didn't think it would be this sad, but I guess that happens. Please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to see more. I'll definitely be doing more compilation lists like this, so also let me know which deaths made you the saddest. Or not, because that's actually a bit much to ask for. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep on catching!